Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today as I look for different ways of divination to look into the message for this upcoming Aries full moon happening Sunday, October 9th, 2022. We'll look at the interpretation of the day number and how it corresponds to the message of the Chariot, which is the number of the card. Then we will finalize everything by looking for the message in the Lantern Oracle deck. This is a oracle deck that was created by Angelina Mirabito. It's a deck that basically illuminates the shadow and empowers you to go beyond that. It's a healing deck, and I do believe it is very instrumental in the energy of this Aries full moon and the day number that it represents. Let's talk about that a little bit. In numerology, there is a universal number for 24 hours each day. So looking into what that number is on the full moon, October 9, 2022, we just simply add the numbers of cross, add them until we come to one number, and that number is 7. 7 is perfection, the day of rest. It's reflecting. It is a very holy number, interpreted in different ways, mystically as well as scientifically, because it has within it both energies. It's in the Holy Bible repeatedly. It also relates to the physical body. And every 7 years, we regenerate many organs in our body, and that's also a very important year number when you're in a cycle of a 7. Now, how does that all correspond to the Chariot? Well, the Chariot is also about the body, and it's also about the mystical. You can see that the charioteer is under this beautiful mystical star and moon canopy. So he's under that domain. It is said that the Chariot is in the world, but not of the world. And it has to do with change. It has to do with movement. And the Chariot represents the physical body. The charioteer represents the divine self or the soul. And the same is true of our bodies as human beings. Our soul is in our physical self. And what we're seeing during this Aries full moon is a reflection on what it is possibly we want to move or change. There's that release and reflection when we look at the number 7 with its energy of the moon and the planet Neptune that are related to it. The energy of Cancer is in the zodiac sign, which represents the tarot card of the Chariot. It is a water sign. It has to do with the home. So we may want to ask ourselves, what's going on in the home? What's going on in our bodies? Are we paying attention? Do we need healing? There is also a message here with the Chariot of how important it is to leave the past behind, to detach as we're moving forward and letting go. The full moon is all about closure and change. So while we are resting and reflecting and listening to our higher selves, listening to our bodies, because our body is what's going to take us there, we also have to have control of the emotions, the water, which sometimes stops us from our mindset, our determination, having both of them understand each other and moving forward. Now, granted, everyone, the Chariot is going to move forward, but he may encounter detours. That's okay. He may encounter roadblocks. Be patient. That's okay. This is a process. But I really believe that the message here is that we have the determination to search for a higher understanding of what is within me and what direction I am being guided towards. So there's a letting go in order to make room for something new. So let's go ahead and wrap this all up. Let me go get centered. I'm going to shuffle the cards and then ask for a message for the collective on the full moon in Aries, October 9th, 2022. All right, let's see what that card is. And it is Metamorphosis. And the caption says, power and strength lie within our surrender to change. My goodness, that is beautifully melding with this image of that 7 vibration and the corresponding tarot card. Now let me read from the book, and the Metamorphosis is considered to be a maiden card, and the maiden is the suit of water, which again, we have the moon, we have Neptune, and then we have the Cancerian energy, the nurturing, the loving, remembering to nurture and love yourself. So let's see what the message is. The message for the maiden Metamorphosis. It is, let go of what is letting go of you. Allow the tide of time to take what it wants back into the ocean of life and release new treasures upon your shore. Now tell me that's not Neptunian. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go on. Always ask yourself, what is in my power to choose right now? What choice do I want to make here, and why? Is this decision ultimately from a place of self-love? If you are not sure, ask yourself, is the choice aligned with what pure source, love, would choose for itself? Wow, very powerful. Much love, everyone, as you move forward in this Aries full moon. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll talk again soon.